Deforestation is the process of clearing forests to make way for other land uses. Deforestation in Lesotho, a small, landlocked country in southern Africa, poses significant challenges to its environment and economy. The removal of trees and forests affects soil quality, biodiversity, and water resources, exacerbating issues like soil erosion, climate change, and rural poverty. Here are 10 causes of deforestation in Lesotho, each explained with examples. 1. Fuelwood collection. The primary cause of deforestation in Lesotho is the heavy reliance on wood for fuel, especially in rural areas where access to electricity is limited. For instance, rural families often cut down trees and shrubs to use as firewood for cooking and heating, leading to significant forest depletion. 2. Agricultural expansion. The demand for arable land leads to the clearing of forests for subsistence farming. For example, as Lesotho's population grows, farmers clear land for maize and sorghum cultivation to meet local food demands, resulting in the loss of native trees and shrubs. 3. Overgrazing by livestock. Livestock farming is a major economic activity in Lesotho, but overgrazing by cattle, sheep, and goats reduces vegetation cover, preventing tree regeneration. For instance, in the highland areas, grazing pressure from livestock degrades soil and vegetation, making it difficult for forests to recover. 4. Charcoal production. The demand for charcoal as an energy source also contributes to deforestation. Although less common than fuelwood, charcoal production in Lesotho requires cutting down trees and burning wood, which depletes forests over time, especially in areas near urban centers. 5. Expansion of human settlements. Urbanization and the expansion of villages and towns contribute to forest loss as land is cleared for housing and infrastructure. For example, in areas near the capital city, Maseru, forested areas are cleared to make way for new housing developments, reducing natural vegetation. 6. Infrastructure development. Road construction and other infrastructure projects often require clearing land, which can lead to deforestation. For instance, to improve connectivity between remote areas, roads are built through forested regions, resulting in habitat destruction and soil disturbance. 7. Illegal logging. Some people engage in illegal logging activities, cutting down trees for timber or sale without proper permits. For example, valuable indigenous trees may be illegally harvested and sold as timber, contributing to unsustainable forest depletion. 8. Soil erosion and degradation. Lesotho's mountainous terrain is prone to soil erosion, which can worsen with deforestation. The loss of tree cover destabilizes soil, leading to landslides and further loss of vegetation. For example, areas that experience heavy soil erosion struggle to support regrowth, creating a cycle of deforestation and land degradation. 9. Climate change. Changing climate patterns, including reduced rainfall and more frequent droughts, make it difficult for forests to thrive. For instance, prolonged droughts in Lesotho stress tree growth and survival, increasing the risk of forest die-off, especially in vulnerable areas. 10. Lack of effective forest management policies. Lesotho faces challenges in enforcing forest conservation laws and promoting sustainable land use. Limited resources and weak governance can make it difficult to protect forests effectively. For example, without sufficient regulation, communities may exploit forest resources unsustainably, leading to gradual deforestation. Effects of deforestation in Lesotho. 1. Soil erosion and degradation. The loss of tree cover leads to soil erosion, as there are no roots to anchor the soil. In Lesotho's mountainous areas, deforested land is highly susceptible to erosion, which reduces soil fertility. For example, farmlands on steep slopes can lose topsoil quickly, making it harder for crops to grow and reducing agricultural productivity. 2. Reduced agricultural productivity. Deforestation decreases soil quality and water availability, negatively affecting agriculture, which is vital for Lesotho's economy. For instance, farmers may experience lower crop yields as soil becomes less fertile and more prone to drought, impacting food security in rural communities. 3. Increased flood risk. Without trees to absorb rainfall and stabilize soil, deforested areas are more vulnerable to flooding. For example, during heavy rains, water flows rapidly over deforested land, increasing the risk of flash floods that can damage homes, infrastructure, and farmland. 4. Loss of biodiversity. Deforestation destroys habitats, leading to a decline in local wildlife populations and species diversity. In Lesotho, native plants and animals, such as certain bird and antelope species, lose their habitats and food sources, which can lead to population declines or even local extinction. 5. Water scarcity. Trees play a crucial role in the water cycle by capturing and releasing water. When forests are removed, less water is retained in the ecosystem, contributing to drought conditions. For instance, deforestation in Lesotho's highlands has been linked to reduced water flow in rivers, affecting both rural and urban water supplies. 6. Climate change acceleration. Trees absorb carbon dioxide, a major greenhouse gas. Deforestation increases carbon emissions, contributing to climate change. For example, as forests are cleared for agriculture or fuel, the stored carbon is released into the atmosphere, exacerbating global warming and leading to more extreme weather patterns in Lesotho. 7. Reduced livelihood options. Deforestation limits resources that rural communities depend on for income and sustenance, such as firewood, medicinal plants, and fodder. In Lesotho, many families rely on natural forests for these resources, and as deforestation progresses, they lose access to essential materials, increasing poverty. 8. Health risks due to poor air quality. Deforestation can increase air pollution as fewer trees are available to filter out pollutants. In areas where trees are cut for fuelwood or charcoal production, burning releases particulate matter into the air, affecting respiratory health. For example, communities relying on wood fuel may experience increased rates of respiratory illnesses due to air pollution. 9. Disruption of local climate and rainfall patterns. Forests contribute to local climate regulation by releasing moisture into the atmosphere. When forests are removed, rainfall can decrease, leading to drier conditions. For example, deforested areas in Lesotho may receive less rainfall, worsening drought conditions and affecting both agriculture and water resources. 10. Loss of cultural and recreational value. Forests hold cultural significance for many communities and are valuable for recreation, tourism, and local traditions. Deforestation can lead to the loss of these cultural resources. For instance, as forested areas shrink, opportunities for ecotourism and traditional practices involving natural resources become limited, impacting the cultural heritage of local communities.